Let me ask you this. If you found a little black notebook in an airplane toilet on your way to Abuja, and inside were the 10 commandments of Nigerian politics, would you open it? Oh, you would? Then, my friend, welcome to the world of Chuma Nwokolo, where everyday life, politics, and human madness meet in the most hilarious and shocking ways. Today, I'm diving into a book that is so Nigerian, yet so universal, that at some point, you'll feel like he was spying on your own life. Trust me. So our first story opens with this mysterious black notebook, right? The author, Chuma, starts with a disclaimer that honestly made me question whether I was reading fiction or a leaked political manifesto. He says,
"As you will understand when you finish reading these commandments, I did not actually write them. I found a small black notebook in the toilet cubicle as the plane approached Abuja airport."
Tell me, what kind of story begins in an airplane toilet? Only Chuma. Inside this notebook is a political survival guide. And according to Gotti, the guy who supposedly wrote these commandments, the first rule of Nigerian politics is simple but brutal.
Don't hit the big people, hit the little people ice.
That's right, forget about fighting the big guys. The real money is in the little people. Or, as Gotti calls them, the Mugus.
Last year, $19 billion entered the federal account of 140 million Nigerians. Go and multiply that. That is not a small amount of money.
So your job as a politician is not to help these people, but to plant yourself firmly between their money and their lives. If this sounds like a scam, it is. But Chuma doesn't stop there. He gives us the second commandment.
The first thing is to get a nomination. To do that, you need a political party. Go straight to the biggest and find out the local Godfather. On each special day, birthdays, burials, graduations, drop your carton of champagne and envelope of money at the gate and go.
And the golden rule?
If you cannot be among the top 5 donors, don't waste your money.
Now tell me why this sounds like real Nigerian politics. Because it is. If you've ever wondered why politicians show up at funerals with cartons of champagne, my friend, here's your answer. And the scary part? This book was published in 2013, and yet, well, you know the rest. Now, Chuma doesn't just stop at politicians. Oh no, corruption trickles down to the family level. In the story OPM, we step into the home of a big chief who has been feasting on government money. But guess what? Everybody else in his house is feasting on him. His wife is taking her share. His daughter is running a side hustle. Even the steward is making night moves. At one point, the chief finds out his daughter is repackaging local rice as basmati rice. And when he tries to lecture her, she claps back like a Nollywood queen. She says,
"What do facts have to do with loyalty? I lie for you. Last month when we traveled home on that horrible road, I knew it was your road. I knew how much you made from it, and did I say a word? Did I complain in front of the driver? That was loyalty, Dad."
Ouch! That's what you call family values in a corrupt system. Next up, tear rubber. Oh, this one killed me. So a young man buys a brand new BMW X5, full leather interior, climate control, the whole works. Feeling like a boss, he drives to the village to show his uncle. But instead of praise, Uncle Potty hits him with this.
"Look, this is Naija. Stop beating around the bush. If you want to say something, say it. Ho-ha. If you have arrived, you buy a Mercedes, okay? Whether it is second-hand or third-hand doesn't matter anything. Nobody is saying that you can't buy more cars later. The first one is a good Mercedes, eh?"
Translation. You think you've made it? Not until you own a Benz. Because in Nigeria, BMW is just foreplay. Benz is the real deal. Then we move to relationships. And Chuma does not hold back. This story is written like an old wife advising a new one on how to handle her husband's cheating. And oh boy, the advice is savage.
"On that first day that his adultery comes to light, the whole world is right behind you. So let the force of your fury be known. Be natural. Let it all hang out. The plates, the frame photographs of your wedding, his suits even, these are the legitimate, the expected casualties of his embarrassing sex."
And it gets better.
Nobody wants their husband to be holding and comforting another weeping woman for days on end. Besides, all your married friends have horror tales of their own, and it is honestly in bad taste to complain to a doctor about your pimple when he is sitting on a scrotum engorged by elephantiasis.
Excuse me, what? A scrotum engorged by elephantiasis? This woman is on fire. But the point is clear. If you're going to break things, make sure it's things you hate, not your car.
You get another brilliant idea.
These two stories explore the silent wars in marriages. One couple lives happily for 30 years until one innocent question shatters the peace. Was I your first love? The answer begins with a she. And suddenly, their perfect bubble bursts. And then there's Phonesurfing, a couple secretly snooping through each other's phones looking for proof of cheating. I know some of you watching this are sweating right now because Chuma is talking about you. In this story, a man falls into depression because the power company forgot to cut his electricity. That's right. In a country where load shedding is the norm, having constant light is suspicious. This is what I mean when I say Chuma turns everyday madness into literature. Here, an ancient, all-seeing eye becomes jealous of a group of poor men laughing after a hard day of work. The eye has seen kings and queens, wealth and power, but nothing stings like seeing happiness in rags. It's a deep commentary on human desire. Nobody is free from envy, not even the gods. Religion and social media also get their fair share of roasting. In Mama Makancha's kitchen, a former witch doctor discovers that his miracle pastor is secretly visiting his old juju friends for powers. And in Facebook land, Chuma asks the ultimate question: who are your real friends? The ones in real life, or the ones who send you LOL emojis when you're dying in the hospital? All these wild, funny, sad, and thought-provoking stories come from one brilliant collection, How to Spell Naija in 100 Short Stories, Volume 1 by Chuma Nwokolo. 50 stories, people. 50. And no, these are not your usual African tales about huts and calabashes. These are modern, sharp, and deeply insightful. Chuma writes with humor, but he's deadly serious about politics, corruption, relationships, and our obsession with status. His first lines hook you. His endings make you pause. And his style? Pure magic.
Magic.
My only complaint? Well, honestly, a few stories ended too soon. You're laughing, vibing, then boom, done. But you know, when you're writing 100 stories, I guess some will feel like speed dates. Chuma Nwokolo is the author of Diaries of a Dead African and The Ghost of Sani Abacha. He's a lawyer, a writer, and honestly, a master storyteller. His attention span may be too short for novels, but trust me, this man is a king of the short story. So, have you read this book? Do you think you could survive Nigerian politics after reading the 10 Commandments? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because good books deserve good company. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in diving deeper into this book, I've left some links down in the description. You can use it to grab yourself a copy and keep the adventure going. And if you're in the mood for more great reads, don't go just yet. Click on one of the videos popping up right now that I think you'll love. And don't forget to give this review a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every bit of support helps us grow this little community of book lovers. See you in the next one.